Hey, let's go ahead and get serious. We are just taking this life for granted. We're just taking our time for granted. We're taking our talents for granted. We're taking our families for granted, our legacies for granted. We're not putting enough emphasis on getting the most out of this life. I mean, it blows my mind that I come across so many people who have no sense of urgency. No sense of urgency, no desire to accomplish whatever they were put on this earth to accomplish. Most people, they have no fight. It's whatever the system gives me, that's what I'm getting. It's not, hey, let me put some effort in and try to go get something done and change my life, change the trajectory of my life and my future and those around me. So let me address this. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up if you don't mind. Help me to grow the channel. I'm Shon-Jhon. Welcome to the channel. On this channel, I'm going to keep it real with you. I don't have time to fluff you. You don't have time to get fluffed. We are running out of time in this world. Your clock from the day you were born has been counting down. So has my clock. We're not going to be here as long as we would like to be here. We're not going to be healthy as long as we would like to be healthy. I'm out here, I'm getting my walk in, hitting the trails. Trails are pretty quiet. It's early in the morning on a Thursday. I don't know when this video is going to drop. Doesn't matter. I've crossed a couple of people so far. Usually the trails are super packed, but it is cold this time of year. And I've seen it all over the news, all over the internet, all over social media, that the economy is bad. We're all in trouble. People don't have anything. Everybody's broke. And let me tell you something. If you buy into that lie, yes, you. If you buy into that lie, you may as well just bury your future. Just put it in a box, dig a hole in the ground, and cover it with dirt. That or roll it down the river, off a bridge and then down the river. Sink it to the bottom of the ocean, however you want to do it. If you buy into that lie that there's a recession and you're in it, you don't have a choice, then again, what are we even here for? If that's the future, what are we even doing here? I choose not to buy into the lie. I've decided that not politicians, not the government, not corporate CEOs, I decide whether or not I'm going to participate in the recession. And here's what I decided. I decided I'm not going to participate in the recession. I've decided that recessions are voluntary. Now, how do you volunteer? Because you have to volunteer. It's like going to jail. It's like going to jail. If let me ask you a question, because I got a lot of experience with friends and family, even myself, in and out of jail back in the days. Do they ever pick you up and arrest you and put you in jail just randomly. Let me know. Do they ever do this just randomly? They pick you up, they just put random people in jail. Now, if they did, that would be unfair. That would be unfair. But you actually have to commit a crime or be accused of committing a crime to be arrested and put in jail. Am I right or am I right? So if you don't commit a crime, are you going to be arrested and put in jail? No. So going to jail is voluntary, right? Oh, they put the new platforms up. Wow. Okay. So this is the zip line across the Trinity River. Wow. Okay. This is where it is. I'll show you guys real quick. Can I show you? I don't think so. Well, I can just turn the camera. So these, I guess that's where the zip line is in the tree. Those platforms up there. And you, oh, I see it on the other side of the river. Yep, this is where it is. And you zip line all the way across to the other side. Cool. Always wanted to zip line. Not sure if I'm going to do it over a river though. So, and by the way, this is what my life is like every day, just exercising. I usually have my wife or my kids out. It's kind of chilly today here in Dallas, so kids are at school. My wife's probably watching something on television, making some breakfast, and I'm out early, get this little walk in, and then I'm headed back to the house. I hear so many strange noises. I don't know what's in there. Bobcats, coyotes, hogs, which really scare me. So I'm always watching. All right, back to the video. So, the recession, whatever recession it is, it's voluntary. So the same as the police cannot grab you, pick you up, and randomly arrest you and put you in prison, is the same way that a recession cannot grab you and involuntarily enter you into the recession. That's why I say it's voluntary. For a lot of people, it may not be your circle, but for a lot of people, okay, I'll say it like this, and this is not bragging. I shouldn't even have to say that. If you watch my channel enough, you know I'm not that kind of guy. But I do like to make my points, right? I like to make concrete points if I can. So I live in the beautiful Viridian neighborhood. Master plan neighborhood. Houses probably range from, just to give you an idea of how this neighborhood works. In fact, I'm on a trail in the neighborhood. This is a neighborhood trail. And I'll keep checking in front and behind, so because they scare me when they roll up on me and go, on your left, or ring that damn bell. So can you imagine if they did that to Chuck Norris while he was walking and they just pulled up behind, so on your left? That super kick put them in the trees. And Chuck Norris wouldn't super kick them to put them in the trees. He would punch them, and it would feel like a super kick. So, well, Chuck Norris can super kick with his hands. There you go. I love those Chuck Norris jokes. There you go. There's one. So, the recession is, I need to do this more, by the way. Let me know in the comments. Drop a 1 in the comments if you want me to start doing these morning walk videos. I need to start doing more. And just sharing, getting things out there, because what I realize is, and yes, I'm going to get back to my point. My wife says, where are you going? Chasing bunnies again. There you go. You better get them because I can chase with the best of them. And I'll chase so long I'll forget what the heck I was talking about in the first place. So, but my wife always says, "So where are you going?" I don't know. I'd be like, "Babe, what was I talking about?" And it's just the way I am. So, but I need to start getting out here doing more videos, pouring out, because I realize that a lot of people are in the position they're in because they don't have the information. Now they have access to the information, or they have access to information, but a lot of times it's probably not even the good information, the best information. So I can't assume that. So we just have to morning. We just have to like roll with what we have, right? And make sure nobody's coming. Uh it's like my rear view. Nothing? Okay, cool. But there's information out there. You just got to do good at filtering through it, because there's a lot of bad information out there too. A lot of, oh, is that an eagle? Wow, way up there. It is an eagle, bald eagle. I can't get video of him. He's way up there. Gosh, I can't even get a clear shot. I love the outdoors. I'm a Louisiana, South Louisiana boy. He is up there. He's so high up. There's no way. How did I spot that? Jeez. I was hoping to get a shot, but I can't. He's just too far up. And I got all these, I can't clear like these trees. Let's see. He's way up at the top of that tree. Gosh. Oh, he just moved. You probably won't see him. It's way, let's see. Can I see it in this tree? Let's see. Let's see. Somebody's coming, but I'll try to get the video out. Morning. I'll try to show you. Where is he? Way up in these trees. Way up there somewhere. It's hard to tell when I'm on this one. I can see him right here. So he's right way on the other side of the river, right there. I can see him. Where's my hand? Okay, right. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I was just trying to show you something cool. It's way up in that tree somewhere. Yep. Very hard to see him. Maybe if I raise it up. There's nowhere you can see him. I can see him because I know where to look. It's way up there. Let's see. This might be a better shot. Oh, there he is. Oh, this is a good shot. All right, so look way at the top of that tree on the other side of the river. Let's see. Where's the tree? That tree that's on the other side. I can't even tell. Like looking through here. I know I'm driving you guys crazy. Oh, wait. Is that it? There it is. That little, whoa. You can barely see it. Look, he's right there on that branch. See that little tiny branch? Can I zoom in? Nope, can't zoom in. There he is. So if you look right where my finger is, right there, on top of that branch, see? Right there. He's way up there. About to feed his family, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, we see him from time to time back here. I'm assuming they have a nest over here. But I spent too long on that. Anyway, I'm just enjoying my day. So what? You should be able to get out and live your life and enjoy your life. If you want to look at wildlife while you walk the trails, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Nobody coming in. And hold on, let this plane pass over. Ooh, that's a big one. All right, so I almost said something there. I leave it alone. All right, it's a PG channel. Okay. So love the sound of nature, by the way. Seeing one of my favorite fishing spots in the lake, this lake out here in the neighborhood. So anyway, my point was, houses back here start If you Google it, a good house probably starts at about 700 for the really nice ones. And because the townhomes back here are anywhere from 400 to 600. If you get a townhome here on the island right here, these are 600 and up. That's a lot for a townhouse, but I think I'm going to keep going down. I could have walked across this thing to the island and then cross the bridge. I think I'll do that. Let's do that because I need to get home. I got work to do. Not a lot of work, not hard work, but some things I want to do today. So, and this video wasn't even on my list. It's impromptu. Man, I just love being outdoors. And by the way, I'm getting some new graphics for my business put on my work truck today. So you guys get to see that. All your students, you'll get to see that. All the MBOs in the class, you'll get to see that. All the middlemen and women, you'll get to see that. So, all right, let's talk about it. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know what's in these. Like, I don't know what I'm here to I don't want to run into any hogs or I don't know what's out here, but I keep hearing it. Oh, I passed it up. All right. So this is where I'm going to walk through right here. See that little cut through? I actually fish back here a lot, so I'm super familiar with the area. And then I'm going to get to the island. All right, so here we go. Let you guys see where I'm going. Go. Hopefully I don't slip. Oh, somebody just passed by. All right. All right. And so this, pelicans. This is where we walk across. I fish at the dam that's right up in that area. And this is the island. Yes, there's an island in the neighborhood. Most houses on the island start at about $1 million. I think that's the minimum. $1 million. Okay. So, but anyway, I'm saying that to tell you this. Well, to show you or illustrate to you that because the houses range, the good houses probably 7 to there might be some, probably the highest one I saw for sale back here was like 3.5 million. And I've been back here since I moved to Dallas in 2020. We've been blessed to be a part of this. But when you get around a different circle, it levels you up. You walk into these beautiful homes, these model homes, and you go, I want to live like this. And don't let people make you feel guilty about having those desires and wanting to live a good life. Again, that's why I keep making the point that you're not going to be here forever. So if you want to live a good life, do it now. Do it now. All the things you want to accomplish, go ahead and do it now. Go ahead and do it now. If it means you have to leave some people behind, then dang it, leave them behind. It's not your loss, it's their loss. You're leveling up. They decided to stay the same. Can't take everybody with you. Sometimes you can't take anybody with you, and that's a fact. But you're looking at a guy who grew up in the ghetto. This is one of my favorite fishing spots. I catch a lot of fishes right here on the spillway. Where are my fishermen at in the comments? Pelicans over there. I see a ton of pelicans. And up there's one right there. Do you see it? Right there? That's a pelican. I feel like I'm in a cross between motivation, a health video, a business video, and an outdoors video. I should do an outdoors channel because I love it. You know why? I'm just being a South Louisiana boy, being around the swamps and stuff like that. So I love this neighborhood because I get this water access and look at that. That's a biking trail back in those trees. Like, we're in the neighborhood, bam, hit the trail, go straight into a 14-mile biking trail or something. Beautiful. Just Man, you can't ask for more. Now, we thought about getting a house here on this island. uh, uh, I will not be moving on the island anytime soon. Let me tell you why. Because I have a wife. And there's only one way off of this island in a vehicle, and that's the bridge that I'm about to get to. Now, why did my wife say no when I said, hey, I would like to buy a house on the island? Because at least once a year, and it's about to happen now, this weekend, as a matter of fact, there's I don't know, like a crazy winter storm coming through. And every year about this time, since we've been here, when we got here, they were like, it doesn't snow in Dallas. Oh, baby. It snowed every year. Now we're doing weather. I'm covering everything today. Come on, guys. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. I'm all over the place. I got you covered. If you're traveling, need to know the weather, I got you covered. And so she was like, she had seen for like the past few years that whenever it snows and there's ice and whatnot on the road, bridges are the worst. Like the bridges are full of ice. And she was like, we'll be stuck on that island. I was like, yep, you're right. So we're about to be iced out this weekend, snow and ice in DFW. And we'll probably be stuck at home for the weekend. So you'll probably get some videos from me or something like that if the kids allow. What a view. Come on. What a view. What a view. Wake up every morning and see this. Come on, wife. So, but we live in the back of the neighborhood. We don't have this view, but it would be awesome. So, but when you get around the right circle, everything changes. Everything changes. The way you talk change, the words you use, your vocabulary, your dreams, your aspirations, your goals, it all changes. You start believing anything's possible. Why? Because proof of concept. You're in proximity to people who have already achieved great things, or they're on their way to achieving great things. And here's the thing. They never stop driving. The people, and I'm not talking about a car. The people here, they never stop getting better. I have people here that's in the entrepreneur business group, and these folks are millionaires. You know what they're sitting in there doing? Trying to learn AI. You know why? So they could build another multi-million-dollar business. Wow. But places I've come from, that's a beautiful setup right there. But places I've come from, people aren't that ambitious. They don't want anything. I was having a conversation with my mom not long ago when she was here visiting. And my mom, like, we grew up poor, very poor. We didn't have anything. If we had power, working lights, we didn't have running water. We never had everything at one time. And boy, that heel got your boy huffing and puffing. So, but let me know if y'all appreciate the realness in these videos. And we didn't have much of nothing. In fact, the only thing that we had a lot of was nothing. We had a lot of nothing. And she made a comment. She said, we were driving somewhere, and she said a lot of folks, because my mom's still attached to the struggle circle. She's still connected to the circle of strugglers. My family, her family. I've never seen that before. That was pretty cool. She's still attached to that. And because she is, her thing is, like, she still has those conversations. Now, my mom's in her mid-60s. It is what it is. But she's still attached to those conversations. And that was one of the reasons I had to leave Louisiana. I was like, I don't want to have these conversations no more. I want to talk about doing something in life. I don't want to talk about negative things. I don't want to talk about who's in jail, who passed away, who was this, who was that. I'm not interested in that stuff. I don't want to know the neighbor's business. That's not my business. I want to have progressive conversations, conversations that take us somewhere. And we, well, she made the comment. Oh, I'm getting to the bridge, by the way. I told you there was a bridge. See? And she made the comment. She said, hey, a lot of people were upset that Trump took away food stamps, as if Trump can take away food stamps. And not to be political, you can feel how you want to feel. But if you're smart, you know what's going on. And she said, a lot of people were upset because Trump took away food stamps. And I was like, well, Mom, there's two ways you can look at that. I need to cross this. Oh, here we go. All right, going across the bridge. And then to the back of the neighborhood, and then I'm home. So there's the beach. Obviously, it's closed. Got a little beach in the neighborhood. See, this is the yacht. You have to be on the bridge to get across. But it's a beach right over there. It's where the pools and the amenities. That's one of them. We have 3 amenity centers here, but that's one of them. Then there's 2 others. The neighborhood is huge. It can take you, if you live in the back of the neighborhood from the entrance, probably 10 minutes once you get in the neighborhood to get home. And so she made that comment. I was like, well, Mom, there's 2 ways you can look at that. It's either the government is taking everything from me and I have to just wait until they're willing to take care of me again. Or you can finally wake up and say, you know what? I don't like being in a position where I have to wait on someone else to take care of me. Right? So there's nothing wrong with welfare, food stamps, nothing wrong with those programs. The only problem is when they become a lifestyle. And if you haven't figured it out yet, there's a political party that would love for you to have it as a lifestyle. See, they want to accomplish a lot. They don't care if you accomplish anything. In fact, they don't want you to accomplish anything because poor people vote a certain way. And I'll leave it at that. So you figure the rest out. Again, if you're smart, you know what I'm talking about. Let's get a shot off the column of the bridge. I like that. I think it's pretty cool. But I used to fish out on this end, but not a lot of fish right here. Too many people kind of fished it out. Show you where I am. Almost home. I'm gonna cut down that back trail right there and then take it in. Somebody's building a big, just stupid house on the corner. Like you could put 5 houses in this house, but good for them. See that house right there? That's crazy. Under construction. Beautiful house. Can't wait to see what it looks like. Hopefully it's got a beautiful design. I met the guy one day. He's probably like a 30-year-old guy. I was like, dude, I can't wait to see what your house is going to look like. So, see, there's no hating. There's no comparing myself. You're doing well? Good. Okay, you got some advice for me? Congratulations. What can I learn from you? And that's life. Keep going. Keep being successful. I love to learn more. You know, things like that. So now let's go all the way back to what I was originally talking about. The recession is voluntary. There's no one back here who's talking about a recession. There's no one back here who's thinking about there are houses back here that's for rent for $10,000 per month. There's nobody back here who's talking about inflation, gas prices. No, they're just talking about where's their next vacation? Where's their next investment? A lot of you're in a position you're in. right now, and you don't like it, but I got news for you. It's bad news, unfortunately, and that is this. You're going to die that way. You're going to live your life and die the same way you are today. You can fast forward if you could, and you'll see yourself dying with a lot of regret, a lot of potential, having accomplished nothing because you were too scared, too afraid. Everything was risky. Everything was a scam. And you felt there's somebody doing a video of the neighborhood. But you fell for the scam. You got nothing done. What are they doing with those rocks? I don't know. But by the way, in a couple of days, there's going to be snow everywhere. So these hills are perfect for snow because every time it snows, everybody hits these hills. These hills are going to be perfect for snow. Don't go in the lake. Don't go in the lake. And this is a popular spot for the snowmen. I've seen a lot of people come out here. Anyway, almost home. So, but again, oh, there's the wind. Typically, there's a lot of wind around the lake, so I'm gonna try to edit it out of the video. So hopefully it works. But when you get around the right people, the right circle, you start having different conversations. Everything starts sounding different, right? You start talking about different things, feeling a different way. You come out of these conversations feeling motivated, activated, right? That's how you come out. You're motivated. You're ready to get moving. You're activated. You're ready to put some things into action. You got an action plan. You got a checklist. Like you are ready to get rocking and rolling. You're ready to do it. And guess what? That's how you should feel if you have the right conversation. But you might come out of if you come out of the conversation and you know a bunch of drama, you know a bunch of trauma, and you don't feel motivated, you don't feel activated. Well, not motivated, not activated, right? You just feel agitated and frustrated. Okay, then you're having conversation with the wrong people, or at least about the wrong things. So, what's life gonna look like for you? Are you gonna struggle through this thing and make excuses? Or are you gonna elevate, live in houses like this, enjoy your life, build a big, beautiful life? What was that? Maybe I'm hearing things. Most houses have pools. I'm not interested in that. I have young kids. I would have anxiety through the roof. All right. Every time I don't see them, I assume they're in the pool. So don't want to deal with that. If I did have a pool, that sucker would be 1 feet, 1 foot. So back to this, wrapping this video up. The recession is voluntary. If you don't believe me, my whole point was look around. If you have people that are not doing what they should do financially, not being where they could be, and if that's you, yourself included. There was a time when I was included. But I choose now to elevate so I don't have to be in this situation. So I don't have to wake up and figure out how the bills are going to get paid, how my family is going to eat, how we're going to keep a roof over our heads. We don't have those questions anymore. And listen, and no, I'm not apologizing for trying to live my best life. You could go around apologizing for trying to be great. I'm not. I've suffered. And it doesn't mean that the more you suffer, the more you get in this life. That's not how this works. But, and by the way, me saying I've suffered, that ain't me bragging. Okay? I've suffered. And it wasn't pretty. It wasn't fun. And I never want to go through that again. I don't want to put my family through that. Now, if that's something you want to do, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to, morning, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you want to put your family through suffering, if you If you want to put your family through suffering, get it in, girl. I ain't mad at you. Go, girl. But if you want to put your family through suffering, you want to leave them in an environment that is not conducive to growth, that won't help them to excel, but will hold them back. Yes, there are environments that will hold you back. They will gladly hold you back. I like this house. I'll show you real quick. The reason I like it, because I like the natural lighting of all the big windows. That's a big feature for the house we're going to buy and we'll build and buy and build, I guess. I don't know. By the way, they have a great view here too. So if you got a balcony like that, look out every day and see this. Pretty awesome. But I grew up where, we lived here and not in a house like that, more like a hut. We lived there, the beat up old shack, and the neighbor's house was the drug house, and then the one after that was a crack house. That's how we lived. So me saying I've been through a lot is not a brag. Not a brag. Today, I dropped, and my students are going to see this. Today, I dropped $2,500 on a new wrap for our truck for my bookandmove.com. Now, why would I do that? Most of you won't invest $10 to buy a book at a garage sale that could change the way you think, that could change your future. You won't invest in that. It's crazy. It blows my mind. Like, people line up to get shoes, phones, whatever else, get into clubs and concerts. That's over and done. Spend thousands of dollars to go to sporting events. Care more about the outcome than the players do. You're crying and fighting in the stands. The players pack up, go home to their rich, beautiful houses like that. This dude has a great setup, by the way. He's got young kids. I've seen the kids. I want to say I might know the guy or his wife. I don't know. I got to see, but beautiful setup. I think the master's at the top. That would make sense for this view. One of my son's friends lives in this house right here. By the way, they give out great candy on Halloween. So this street, by the way, I could do a whole entire video on how awesome Halloween is for these kids in this neighborhood. They literally shut down the two main streets into the neighborhood. You cannot drive. They block the roads off. It's police block off, and you cannot drive. You can use your golf cart, but you cannot drive. And oh my gosh, like, you can't even make it to the end of the block without your bucket being full. Like, and my kids are dual trick-or-treaters. So what does that mean? Renly and Wes. We call them, Weston and Renly. Oh man, that beaver's eating everything. So I love this. They'll put signs up here, kind of tell us what's happening in the neighborhood, stuff like that. But I wish it wasn't overcast. You see how beautiful it is. But my son, here's what they would do. So Renly's 2.5. She's almost 3, and Weston's 5. And what they do is they would start. Let's say trick-or-treating started at about 6 o'clock. And by the way, I realize now this video is just like two friends just talking. You and I, we're friends. We're just talking. But at 6 o'clock, they'll go out and trick-or-treat till about 7. By that time, they have tons of candy. And then they'll come home and get the give out candy and then go out and sit and pass out candy. So I think that's pretty awesome. They love it too. I think they love passing out candy more than they love giving it away. I'm sorry, getting it. They love giving it. because they get excited. Like they're happy getting the candy, but when you show up for them to put it into your bucket, oh man, my son, my daughter, they explode with joy. So, but we leave it up to them. Hey, you want to do both or what? So we'll see how this year goes. But the recession is voluntary, and that's all I'm trying to say. It's voluntary. Don't get in my comments. This is me walking, just having a conversation. People focus so many idiotic comments, like focus on the same thing. Like, brother, get to it. Look, go watch another channel. It's my channel. I do what I want to do. I do what I want to do. I don't apologize to you. I do what I want to do. You don't like how long I take to get to my point? Go watch the next channel. Just keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. When I do get to my point, eventually, it's going to be worth it. So, man, so much like loser mentality in this world today. Soft, the softest world I've ever seen. When I was a kid, boy, we were tough. We didn't take no crap. Like, we were tough. You couldn't just say anything without getting punched in the face. Like, this world today, oh, gosh. I remember when I first had my moving company and I had, like, trucks and whatnot. I had a bunch of young guys working for me. I literally, like, when I'd have to fire them or just, kind of give them a talking to, I felt like I had to hug them after the conversation because there was so much softness in them. Like, I don't know. There's no toughness. I don't know. It's a video for another day on another channel. But the people in this neighborhood, they didn't volunteer for the recession. I didn't either. And I'm just like you. There's nothing different about the person back here who makes $10 million a year and the person back here who makes $250,000 a year. There's no difference. Other than the size of their bank accounts, there's no difference. There's no difference. Our first house was on that street. We sold it. Got a new one, just about a half mile back. We're headed to that one now. Morning. But no one's stopping you from saying, I'm not going to participate in this recession. I've struggled. A lot of us have. A lot still are. I don't want to struggle. I don't want to be in a position where I can't pay my bills on time. My credit is shot. We can't go and eat the things we want. We got to eat the things that we can afford. I don't want to eat McDonald's burger. There's nothing, well, I'm not going to say that. That would be bold. I almost said there's nothing wrong with a McDonald's burger. Buddy, there's a lot wrong with the McDonald's burger, okay? So, but I will say this. If you want to eat the McDonald's burger, fine. But if you don't want to eat it and you want to stop and you want to get some steak, you want to get a pork chop. I'm not a steak guy. I'm a pork chop guy. But if you want to get a steak, you want to get a pork chop, you want to get some salmon, you want to stop at Texas Roadhouse and get some buns. I know y'all like buns. I love butter buns. And if you want to stop and do that, fine. There's nothing wrong with you doing that. You just got to have the budget to do it. But if you want to live that way, that's my point. If you want to live a certain way, live it. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. Don't let anybody tell you you can't build a house on the lake and have a lake view. Don't let them tell you that. Don't let people lie to you. Try to impart their identities onto you. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're here with your own abilities, your own talents, and you're on the clock. That's the part so many people take for granted. You're on the clock. You're going to clock out. You clock into this life when you're born. You clock out when they put you in the ground. I want you to know that as soon as you clock in, you're on your way to clocking out. The clock is already ticking. For you, for me, for anybody. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, it does not matter. Everybody's got a clock. My goal is to do as much as I can while I still can to make my family as rich as possible. That's why when I talk about businesses, I talk about creating $1 million a year businesses. I believe it's not hard today. I believe it's easy to make $1 million a year. You probably can't do it, but a system can. Amazon probably makes $1 million a minute. It's got to be easy. It's already being done. I want to be in a position where my family can take 3 or 4 long vacations, a week or 2 per year. We're already setting up the spring vacation. I think it's Disney. My wife handles all that, but I think it's Disney World, which I've never been to. She's been to a lot because we grew up very different. She grew up in a loving, amazing home. I didn't. I got a sad story. A lot of us do. It's a tragedy. A lot of us do. But at some point, you got to get yourself out of it. At some point, it's got to hit you that, wait a minute. I'm just getting older and older, and I'm living the same way I've always lived. I'm going through the same thing I've always gone through. Something's got to change. Yeah, I'll tell you what's got to change. You have to change. I just dropped $2,500 today on getting my graphics done. And I dropped that at a shop. That's why I probably dropped that at a shop maybe 10 minutes from the neighborhood. The guy's going to do the work. He's like, hey, it'll be done. Beautiful. Can't wait to see it. You know why? Because that $2,500 investment, I talked about a poor mindset versus a rich mindset. By the way, it doesn't mean you have to be rich, but you got to have the rich mindset. All right, this is one of the other amenity centers. We do our meetings here now. So just 2 pools back there, they're going. This is where I got to start coming because, by the way, it's beautiful out here at night. This is one of the pools. The big pool system is in the front. There's a beautiful one in the back of the neighborhood too. But I gotta start learning pickleball. That's one thing I gotta start doing. So look at that. Water falls out. Somebody's bass fishing. He's in the wrong spot. How do I know? Because I bass fish here all the time. So he's in the wrong spot. Let me talk to this guy. Let me see what he's trying to get. Hold on. Hey, what'd you get? What'd you get? Good, bad, nothing? Got anything? Oh, a couple bass? Man, have you ever been to the back? All the way to the no Burst Fort Trail on the other side. Yeah, all the way back where those power lines are. Man, it's a honey. I'm talking about. I'm the only one I've ever seen back there. It's got two runoff drains. I just walk out and stand on them, bro. Man, I caught like a 2 pound crappie just jigging a big catfish, nice size you can eat. There are. I like them too. I get them back there too, man. I caught one. He was probably I didn't have anything to weigh him. I did have like my measuring. He ended up being like 16 inches. So probably average bass back here. Like if you get a nice one, like 3.5. I caught a 7 out of here. Out of where? This. There's a 7-pound bass in this little pond. Gosh, that's why I know other bass in there. Yeah. What? Dang. Bro, all I do is big swim bait fish, bro. Look, man, but if you ever get a chance, it's all the way back right before you go into the tree line. You'll see the dirt. I don't know what they're doing back there. No, just that trail leads right off into it, man. From here, probably 10-minute walk. Are you talking about the other pond right here? Yeah, the one that you can't see. You can see this one. It's one you can't see. Man, that sucker was loaded, bro. I did great back there. What's your favorite spot in the neighborhood? Right here? The little one before the waterfall. Have a good one, man. Yeah, so I don't know. I love to fish. So we're just trying to figure out some good spots. And he's leaving with a couple bass in there. I guess he's going to cook it. I don't know. I used to catch and clean fish. I don't really do it now. I haven't done it for years because I caught a fish one time with my son, Weston, and I was going to keep it, take it home and clean it. And then he told me the fish was sad. I was like, what? He said, the fish is sad, Dad. He wants to go home. Oh, okay. All right. Bye-bye, big fella. And so I don't bring fish home because the fish are sad. So going to head across this bridge. Again, I'm almost home. I live right up here just a little bit, right towards the end. So this video is about to end, but took my son's pictures on this bridge one time. Just a waterfall park. Waterfalls all the way down. But let's see, there's a guy weed eating, so I'll just stay on this side so it's not too loud. But you're having conversations with the wrong people. You're talking about the wrong thing. It's not helping you. It's never going to help you. You're never going to advance. If it was possible for you to have those conversations in advance, then you would have advanced already. But obviously something's wrong. Like, I'm from deep South Louisiana. Look, we love gumbo. Your gumbo keeps coming out salty. The gravy's not dark enough. What are you doing? Don't season your crawfish after you cook it. Please don't. Season it. The boil goes in the water. Okay. So, but you're going to get left behind. Oh, is that my mail lady? We know everybody, baby. Because I'm very talkative. If you ever see me out, I love to talk. I got a couple students here in DFW who have middleman businesses, and we've met for lunch. So that's always cool. And if you want to be a part of the recession, then you don't have to look at the news. It's going to be lifelong. Some of you, because you sit there and you're like, I'm worried about the recession. You've been in a recession your whole life. You still haven't recognized it. You're still sleeping. Still hadn't figured out. You've been in a recession your whole life. From the day you were born to eventually the day you pass away, you'll be in a recession. And that's a sad, sad life to live. Because you don't have to be there. It's voluntary. The struggle bus, voluntary. Not having the things you want out of this life, voluntary. Going through a recession, voluntary. It's all voluntary. You don't have to do it. No one's going to force you to do it. Well, the job's not paying me enough. Well, skill up. Become so valuable, they have to pay you more. You know why they aren't paying you enough or more? Because you're not valuable. I know. You don't want to hear that. You guys hate when I pull out the accountability stick and I'll smack you with it. I know it's painful. You know how I know? Because I use it on myself. I use it. How do they get their grass this green? That's why all the rabbits are here. We do the kids right before the sun goes down. We come out, because I live on this block pretty much. And right before the sun comes down, we come out here and we go down. We'll walk, or they'll bring the little motorized car. What do you call them? Like I don't know what they call those things. Kids get in them and hit the gas. Those little cars. And there's rabbits everywhere. My daughter likes to see them. She loves bunnies. And so, but I bring out that switch on myself, that stick, bam, use it on myself. Because I ain't scared. I'm not afraid of a little pain. That's why, because I was talking about the poor mindset. When I dropped that $2,500 today to re-wrap my automobile, my work truck that makes money for me and my family, when I swiped that card for that $2,500, didn't think anything of it. You know what I was thinking about? The $2,500 per week that new wrapping is going to bring in. The $10,000 per month more, but we'll keep it small. That thing's going to return $2,500 every week to me and my family. Every week, for one $2,500 investment, for the next 52 weeks, that thing will be paying us back. The poor mindset, the old me, would have sat there and said, oh gosh, $2,500? I don't know, Bubba. $2,500 out? Nah, man, I got to hold on to that. I need that. That's the poor mindset. You know what the poor mindset doesn't think about? The ROI, the return on that investment. The rich mindset, because the poor mindset focuses on what goes out, skips the what comes in part. The rich mindset skips the what goes out, focuses on the what comes in. See the difference? Skip the what goes out, focuses on the what goes in, what comes in. Let me ask you, what mindset do you have? When someone puts an offer in front of you and say, hey, invest in this, I'll teach you how to do it and it'll change your life. Here's how much it's going to cost, X amount. Do you focus on the X amount, or do you focus on here's what it's going to generate for you over the next 12 to 18 months? See, my focus is on, hey, what's coming in? Okay, 12 to 18 months going to go by anyway, right? There's nothing I can do to stop it, right? Yep. Clock's going to tick, calendar's going to turn, sun's going to rotate, right? Or the earth's going to rotate, right? Okay, gotcha. So there's nothing I can do to stop the sun from coming up and going down. There's nothing I can do to stop the earth from rotating around the sun. And there's nothing I can do to stop the clock from ticking. Nothing? Nothing. Okay. Then I need to be prepared for the next day, for the next month, for the next year. And how do you do it? By investing in yourself. Until you overcome that hurdle of mentally blocking yourself from anything that can make you successful because you look at what goes out instead of what goes in. That's what I love about the MBOs, the middleman business owners. They don't focus on what goes out. They hit me up, say, hey, I want to have my own middleman business. I want to be in a program. I want to learn from you. I want to make money. And I don't want to have to be stuck at a job until I die. I'm like, perfect. Here's the invoice. Pay it. Let's get started. You know what they do? Pay. Done. They pay it. Off they go. There's no hassle. There's no waiting around. They make that decision like that and get paid. You got to fight. You need a deal. You need a discount. You need money off. Just nuts. Just ridiculous. You need this. You need that. Just ridiculous. Drives me nuts. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Don't have time for that. Don't have time for that. All right. I got a lot of work to do. I'm home, obviously, or I'm committing a federal crime if I'm not home because I'm in somebody else's mailbox. But I got to go. Hope this video helps you in some way, motivates you in some way, changes your thinking, your stinking thinking in some way. Understand that recessions are voluntary. You do not have to participate. But if you do nothing, you're guaranteed to participate. How do you punch your ticket? Keep doing what you've always been doing, and you'll be invited to the next recession. And this one might just last a lifetime.